This is Tristan Johansson with the Unit 5 Readability and Legibility presentation. In this first example, we have a bad legibility and readability versus a good one. This serif font having this filled here was my biggest problem. Was the I here is just completely surrounded by the F and the L, like completely surrounding it, and just in just general, all the letters are close together. The W is like isometric, and it just kind of makes it hard for your eye to track which letters are where, and just the inconsistency with the slanting with the W and everything else just kind of makes it a little inconsistent to read. Whereas this font over here, it's extremely symmetrical. It's sans serif. It's very uniform, very plain. None of the frilly bits. None of the stuff that would lose your attention as you read. Some people would say that serif fonts are better at keeping your eye tracked, just leading you along the line. Some people say that this is only because we use serif fonts so regularly, so we have an easier time reading them. It's kind of up for interpretation. But nevertheless, either way, this font is much worse and harder to read than this font here. Here we have another example of good and bad. This one here is pretty plain, almost like you'd see it in like a beginner's like kindergarten book. And then this one here is just has hyphens at the end of the lines. So the font isn't what's the problem here. It's just the hyphens as you go down, like hyphen here, hyphen here, hyphen there. It just, as you read, it just beats you down as you read because you have to go and stop and start again, and then go and stop and start again. And it just, having that for paragraphs and pages and blocks of text are just too much of a speed bump for whenever you're reading large blocks of text. And then here, this is just a readability thing of trying to avoid having huge page-long left align, no indents at all, no breaks, no paragraph indent at all, and just having straight line all the way down. It makes it hard for our brains to find a stopping place and find to like break up the thought and to have a decent point to come back to. Whereas over here, it's 2 or 3 sentences and then a break to let you think about what was said, take a break if you need one, to just know where you are and to easily say, I'm on the second paragraph, the third one, the fourth one. Whereas if this is just a page long, you really can't identify where you were without counting lines, which is just a process.